Hi there, it's Amy from Cakes with Faces. Now, we all know Hello Kitty. She's probably the most iconic kawaii character from Japan. And we also know her friends from Sanrio. That's Cinema Roll, My Melody, Pompom Purin, Little Twin Stars, Kuromi and Keropi. But did you know there are also hundreds more Sanrio characters that never became popular? They didn't just create the famous characters and that's it. There are loads that didn't make it. So today we're going to have a look at some of them. Some of the characters make you wonder why they're not more popular, and some of them you can kind of see why. Either way, I think it's interesting to have a look at all the characters Sanrio's come up with since it started in the 70s. And there's new Japan videos on my channel every other week on Thursdays if you want to subscribe. This video also coincides with the annual Sanrio character ranking. Every year there's an online vote to see which characters are the most popular, so you can vote for your favourites. If you search for Sanrio character ranking, you should find it. Voting's open until the 23rd of May and you can vote once a day. Of course, I voted for Gudetama, my favourite, although I was very tempted by Kururun, this hamster, who's very cute. Before I carry on, if you're in the UK, there's now a Hello Kitty theme at the Artbox Cafe, which is a theme cafe in the UK. It's at the seaside in Brighton. It looks really cute. I went there when it was the previous theme, BT21 and Line Friends, and their ice cream is so good. It's really delicious. So I hope I can make it there for this one too. Now, onto the characters. The first one is Hagurumanstyle, which is actually a group of characters and their teeth. They support mental health as well as dental health. They appear when people clench their teeth when they're working hard towards their dreams, so they're there to help stressed people relax. And yes, they do brush themselves with tiny toothbrushes. The mouth is their meeting room and they all have their own place around the gums. So let's have a look at some of the characters. This gold tooth is the boss. He's very rich. There's a screw-in false tooth, a blue zombie tooth, and a dog tooth wagging its tail. They often dress up for seasonal events, like this one for the Year of the Tiger 2022. There's a tooth dressed up as a tiger, which looks kind of strange. And the tooth has teeth. Do those teeth have teeth as well? There's a tooth dressed up as a bunny girl, and they dressed up for Halloween. Apparently a tooth can fly on a toothbrush like a broomstick. Now, some of these characters have quite a lot of stuff. Like Hagurumanstyle, those teeth, have a short animated video series, they've got some 4-panel comics, they've got quite a lot of merch, they've got their own social media accounts, downloadable wallpapers, but others seem to have been created and then just completely neglected. Maybe they didn't catch on, so nothing else was ever made for them. Like this one. Big challenges. There's hardly any information about them. As far as I know, they were never used for anything, no products, nothing. And they weren't even drawn in a different position, no special outfits, no other poses, just this drawing, that's all there is. But I do like their spirit. Just looking at them, their expression and the words big challenges kind of makes you feel like you can do anything. I kind of wish more had been done with this. It's the same story with this next one, El Paso, the Cheerful Cactus. They were drawn and then nothing else was ever done with them, not even any more drawings. They were created and then they just got deleted. It says, hot and fresh from nature's kiln, a sun-baked paradise of terracotta scenery. It sounds very poetic. And the bio says, cacti who are happy to sing and dance together. I want to make friends. And that's it. That's all there is. The next one is Chunen Heroin Ojisans. Ojisan means uncle or middle-aged man, so these are middle-aged heroin Ojisans. They're 3 salarymen, that's office workers, who aren't just office workers, they're magical girl style office workers with frilly dresses and wands, and they're working hard to save the world. Very sadly, we don't know too much else about these guys. I would love to hear all about their adventures. But they do also have some Line stickers, so at least they've got that. Line is a social media chat app that's really popular in Japan. The line stickers were created because the middle-aged Heroin Ojisans won second place in a special version of the Sanrio character ranking that was just for office workers. It was called the Sanrio Kyarariman contest. Kyara means character and Riman comes from salaryman, which means office worker. First place went to Hagurumanstyle, those teeth from earlier, and third place went to these characters who are just all alcoholic drinks. Agretzko wasn't created at that time, or I'm sure they would have won. Next, we've got a cute one, Pururunkyupi. Puru puru is Japanese onomatopoeia for something that's soft and smushy, like a fluffy pancake or a pudding. And Kyupi maybe comes from Cupid. I don't know if that's true, that's just my guess. But she does look a bit like one. She's actually a water fairy and she can only be seen by people with a beautiful heart. She does fortune telling as a hobby, and when she's happy, her antenna lights up. She's pretty cute. I don't know why she didn't become more popular. The next one is also very cute. Kunchi. You can't beat cute bakery characters. The panda was very sadly abandoned by the other pandas and became friends with these two. There's shokupan, which is the name for a Japanese loaf of bread that's really light and fluffy, and copperpan, which is a hot dog bun. They're the best of friends, but there's one quite serious problem. Panda loves bread, so whenever they see their friends shokupan or copperpan, they start getting hungry. It's definitely a complicated relationship. Next is Heskey, who is a bit shifty looking. According to their bio, they're a little suspicious baby. How often do people say babies are suspicious looking? Everyone thinks they're so sweet and innocent, so maybe that's their secret. This guy definitely looks mischievous somehow. They don't know where they came from, whether they're a boy or a girl, they just came out of the blue and they enjoy being mysterious. Unsurprisingly, this character never really caught on, and I would definitely not trust them. Next, we've got Lauro Manik. I think the Japanese name is more like Lauro Manik. They look a bit Kuromi-ish with the black and pink colour scheme and the devilish look. They live in the same town as Cinnamoroll, and they're two demon characters called Berry and Cherry. Berry, the one with the horns, thinks Cinnamoroll is their rival, and Cherry is selfish and not very nice. There are a few animated videos of them where they go through the mirror into the human world to play tricks on people and get up to mischief. Originally, Berry was the only demon, so he decided to make himself a friend. He meant to make her out of sugar, but someone changed the label, so he accidentally made her out of salt instead, and that's why she's so mean. Next is Kaito Roppapu, or Phantom Thief Roppap, who's an art thief. You can see the paint palette and frames on her hat. And if this all looks a bit Persona-ish with the phantom thieves and the masks, this character was actually created 3 years before Persona 5. Phantom Thief Roppap hides in plain sight by disguising herself as paintings so the guards don't see her when she's robbing the art gallery. Here you can see herself disguised as various paintings. In the Van Gogh, she's got both ears bandaged, like how he cut off his own ear. She really is a master of disguise. She's actually a lop-eared rabbit, but she wears her ears up instead so she can't be recognised. I'm sure that would work. I wish they'd done more with this. You could have some really interesting stories and designs. And finally, we've got Shiri Rappers, who I featured years ago in my very first video series called All the Rest Stuff is from Japan, in an episode about kawaii games. Shiri means bottom and rappers means rappers, and these characters are bottom fairies who are also rappers. They appear when you're feeling sad and start hula hooping and rapping to cheer you up, which I think would definitely make you smile at least, in confusion if nothing else. There was a mobile game where the rappers appeared and you had to tap characters of the same type or hula hoop colour to get points. It was years ago, so sadly it's not available anymore. It looks like the game also had butt-shaped gachapon, and you can still browse the various characters, and there are so many. They're all butt-shaped in various ways, which is quite natural for the peach characters and the bell pepper. But then there's the butt-shaped penguin and a ladybird. Some of them are really strange, like this garlic lady with fishnets and a cigarette. So I hope you enjoyed meeting these less well-known Sanrio characters. I think it's interesting to see what they came up with that didn't become popular and how they're different from the ones that people did like. And as a designer, I think it's kind of comforting to know that even a massive successful company like Sanrio has to design hundreds of characters to get just a few that catch on. Tell me which were your favourites. Was it the middle-aged Heroin Ojisans, Hagurumanstyle, the teeth, or Heskey, the suspicious looking baby? And I'll see you not next week, but the week after on Thursday. Bye bye.